to the next, and sadly, the last sociology topic in the series. This episode will be focused on something we've all dealt with one time or another. Stage fright. How does our behavior change when the eyes are on us, and how can we combat that fear or when interaction is necessary? Let's find out.
I think we all have an idea of what goes on when we perform, but in a bit of detail. Adrenaline is shot to our blood, our neck and back tense up. We slouch, digestion shuts down to deliver nutrients and oxygen to important organs. We get butterflies and dry mouth, our pupils dilate, and it makes it hard to see up close, such as a speech we're reading, and it becomes easy to see far away, like the crowd and their reaction. So why do we act the way we do when the spotlight is ours? Well, different people react differently to public performances. Some of this is actually in our genes, which can make some of us more anxious than others. We also tend to be more nervous when we aren't as good at a task as we would like to be.
Wow, this is really sad. Oh!
We are always thinking about our reputation when interacting in ways like this, being watched. It's our instinct to maintain it, and when the stakes are high, so is the adrenaline, which can be good, but having too much is defective. Worrying about our reputation can help when interaction is needed, like with job interviews, where we need to make a good impression. That's why we get nervous. We can help lessen the nerves through plans, practice, and repeating the task to become more comfortable. Most important is to breathe. But what are some other reasons we might act differently in front of a crowd than when we're alone? It could be our behavior or how you do something. When we are around other people doing the same task as us, our pace tends to quicken and things are done at a faster rate. This concept is called social facilitation, which is when the presence of others helps us to perform if we are good at a task and it doesn't need a lot of concentration. The opposite of this would be social inhibition, which is when the presence of others negatively affects our performance if you are not familiar with the task or it requires a lot of concentration. It is easily said that the type of task can determine how we respond to others' presence. Usually athletes can experience social facilitation, especially when there are 10 or less spectators, because comments from them can be heard and it will help them play better. I'm sure that many are familiar with the audience being a huge factor of distraction and nerve when performing or speaking. Like was said, your reputation is on the line, and this leads to stage fright.
This makes sense.
However, we must overcome this feeling because interaction like this is important. You must know that fight or flight takes over when you are in the spotlight. Primitive parts of our brain believe that doing poorly will lead to a fight to the death. To us, a speech may be a speech, but our brain thinks otherwise. Here's how you should look at it. It's all in your head. It's an almost uncontrollable instinct, and there are ways to help. Practicing makes you confident, stretching relaxes you, and breathing keeps oxygen flowing. You can adapt to stage fright. And fun fact, you may think it's crazy, but even the image of someone's eyes can throw you off and make you uncomfortable. You may know it's not real, but having eyes on you can still shake you.
So be confident when you step out on stage, because these primitive reactions are out of style. I can't even see it. You're inspiring.